everybody, I'm back at it again with these YouTube videos. I'm so sorry I've been gone for a week. I've been editing Zenith with Lindsay and we've been non-stop for every single day for like 10 hours a day and it's been quite exhausting. So I did not have much time to film videos, but now I'm back at it again like I said before and ready to film videos for you guys 3 times a week like before. With that being said, let's get into the video. So today's book haul is going to be books that I recently got and I'm so excited to be sharing them with you guys because there's some pretty good ones in here. So let's get started. So the first book I have is Ever the Hunted by Erin Somerville. This book is a high fantasy about a girl who loses her father, and her father just so happened to be the bounty hunter to the king of the land she lives in. But he was murdered, and that leaves her without an inheritance because she does not get an inheritance because of who her mother was, and without land for her to live on. So one day, out of desperation, she goes and hunts on the king's land for some game, and she gets caught, and she has 2 choices. One of them is either be, killed for hunting on the king's land, poaching, or to help track down the person who killed her father. And the murderer that just so happens to have killed her father may have been her father's apprentice. And that apprentice is also the boy that she loved. And so it's about her having to go track down this boy that she loved, having warring feelings of the love for him, but also about his ultimate betrayal. And it just sounds really good, and I am currently reading it, and I'm very much enjoying it. If you do not know, this book is the Bookutopia Book Club Book of the Month, and we're working with HMH Books, so please join us for the live show at the end of the month, where we'll be talking all about this lovely novel. The next book is an addiction, okay guys? Whenever I go to Half Price Books and I see this book there and a different edition than what I already have, I just don't know why I do it, but I end up buying it. And that is An Echo in the Bone by Diana Gabaldon. I found this edition, and it's not like the other editions I have. It has a different cover, so I got it. Next on my list is the newest 2 X-File books that are based off of the TV show, and these ones are written by 2 different authors, Cami Garcia and Jonathan Mayberry. I am currently watching this show, currently as in I'm watching it, but also not really watching it. It depends on what day it is and if I'm watching Shameless. So it's like usually the show that I put on as background noise, but also as an interesting show because I'm doing something else, but also interested into what is happening in the show. You guys get me, it's Netflix. These are based off of the X-Files, and I'm so excited to read it because it's all about the alien goodness. Ooh. I believe. The next book I have is my dad's Christmas present to me, and because my dad and I decided to do a book switch on this Christmas, so what we did was that we went to the bookstore and we purchased a book for each of us to give on Christmas Day. And that would be a book that we have either read or want the other person to read because you think that they would like it. So I chose Name of the Wind for him, and then he chose this book for me, and I'm really excited to read more about it because he really liked the book and I want to read it because of that. And that is a book by Ken Follett, The Pillars of the Earth. I'll read the summary to you guys because I'm trying to summarize this book, but it's just not working. The Pillars of the Earth tells the story of Philip, prior of Kingsbridge, a devout and resourceful monk driven to build the greatest Gothic cathedral the world has known. A spellbinding epic tale of ambition, anarchy, and absolute power set against the sprawling medieval canvas of 12th century England. Ooh. So this sounds very good. It has lots of mystery, it has thriller, it has romance, it has a lot of things in it that I'm really curious about learning more about, so I cannot wait to get in it and find out more about it. The next book is A List of Cages by Robin Rowe. This book has been getting so many excellent reviews by the critics like Kirkus Books and all those other very prestigious websites that review the novels. So what I got from the summary of this book is that it's about 2 foster brothers reuniting after a very long time. It's just about the story of 2 guys that have known each other for a very long time and have been reunited, and about that story of, friendship and that brotherly bond that you can get even when you're not related. The next book I'm super excited about since I came across it on Goodreads or something, and it's translated from German to English, and last time I read a translated German to English book, I loved it. It was Kristen Gear's book, which is over there, called Ruby Red, and it's also translated into a movie in German, and I watched the dubbed version of it in English, and it was totally awesome and I loved it. Now I found this book and I'm really having really high hopes for it, and that is The Book Jumper by Metfield Glazer. I'm really hoping I pronounced that right because, I'm German. I should know this stuff. And it's not just because this book is about a girl who can hop between books, but it's also about this girl who has to move from Germany to guess where? Guess where she has to move? Give you a second. Just guess. Guess why I'm so excited. Scotland! So it's pretty awesome, and she meets her grandmother there who insists she has to read. But not read in the usual way. She learns that she's a book jumper, able to leap between stories. But with this thrilling new power, it also brings danger. Somebody is stealing the books that she jumps between. So it's about her teaming up with another book jumper and finding out who is a theft who took these novels. I'm really excited about this book. The book cover looks phenomenal too. I'm gonna go check it out and I'll let you guys know what I think. Next one I got from Barnes & Noble because it's 20% off, and my friend read it and she said it was a very good science fiction novel because it has to do with alternate dimensions and worlds, and I think that's really cool because as a science fiction writer myself, I'm always looking for inspiration from other works. So that book is Dark Matter by Blake Crouch, and I've heard so much about this book. There's been so much buzz online about it, so I'm really excited to check it out, especially because it's such a science fiction based novel. Like, hello, alternate dimensions and whatnot, and multiverses and stuff. Like, heck yeah! I want to read this. Woo! I'm excited. I'm excited. Okay, so the last book I have is a book that pretty much everybody knows about. I'm not sure if everybody's read it, probably not, but a lot of people know about it. I faintly remember reading this book very, sporadically when I was younger, but I didn't really take in all that it had to offer. Just like I reread Night recently, that's by Elie Wiesel, because I read that when I was younger, but I never really got anything out of it because I was so young that I didn't really understand the entirety of the book. Now that I've read it, I really took a lot out of it and have been inspired and have been just so grateful for the life I live because of that novel, and that's why I want to reread this book, because I feel like I will gain the same perspective. And that is The Boy in the Striped Pajamas by John Bone? I apologize if I pronounced his last name wrong. This book has been made into a movie that I've seen when I was younger. Everything's when I was younger, like really young. I don't remember anything. It's really sad, but that's actually good so I can reread this with a fresh mind because I have not really read it before, only very briefly and not really, I don't think, the full novel. So I recently got this and I'm really excited to read it just because I've been in a historical kick and I think that reading about World War II has been very inspirational. I have been having book ideas because of it, and I am just so inspired by these types of stories because it really just shows how grateful we should be to live the way we do live, because so many people did not get to live that way because, World War II and Hitler and the Nazi regime and all that stuff. So me as a granddaughter of a survivor of the Nazis and World War II, I feel like it's my duty to read these types of books because first of all, they're very interesting, and second of all, it's our duty to know what happened and really never forget. So really excited to read this. Okay guys, those are the books that I shall be sharing with you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be linking them all down below, so don't forget to check that out. Also, don't forget to subscribe to me and check out my social media. My username's @SashaAlsberg on Twitter, Instagram, and everything. Almost everything. So go follow me. Yay! Also, side note, don't forget to pre-order Zenith. Links down below for pre-order, the hardcover. Yay! Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!